Listen closely, my beloved children, for within the intricate design of the life I have given you lies a profound principle, a key to unlocking true fulfillment and lasting peace: the principle of balance. Just as the celestial spheres move in harmonious orbit, just as the natural world thrives through the delicate interplay of its various elements, so too is your life intended to find its greatest expression in a state of equilibrium, a careful and intentional balancing of the many facets that comprise your earthly journey. I call you Kanoi, to seek this harmony, to strive for a life where the scales are not tipped too heavily in one direction, but where work and rest, giving and receiving, find their rightful place in the symphony of your days. How often do I observe you, my precious children, caught in the relentless currents of imbalance? The world often whispers enticingly of the singular pursuit of ambition, urging you to dedicate yourselves tirelessly to the accumulation of wealth, the achievement of professional acclaim, or the constant striving for worldly success, often at the expense of the very things that truly nourish your souls and sustain your well-being. You become consumed by the demands of your labor, allowing the pursuit of your careers to overshadow the importance of rest, the nurturing of relationships, and the quiet reflection that brings clarity and peace. The incessant striving for more, the pressure to keep up with the ever-increasing demands of a fast-paced world, often leaves little room for the gentle whispers of the spirit or the quiet moments of connection that truly matter. The relentless cycle of work, consumption, and striving can become a gilded jasan samuaj, trapping you in a pursuit of fleeting pleasures while the deeper longings of your heart remain unmet. The imbalance seeps into your relationships, straining the bonds with loved ones as time and energy are diverted to the relentless pursuit of worldly achievements. The quiet moments of reflection where you can connect with your inner self and with me become increasingly rare, leaving you feeling disconnected and adrift in a sea of obligations. This imbalance is not my intention for you, my children. I desire for you a life that is rich and full, not one that is solely defined by the relentless pursuit of external validation or material gain. Conversely, others among you may find yourselves drawn to the allure of perpetual leisure, neglecting the purposeful work that provides a sense of contribution and meaning to your lives. While rest is indeed vital, a life devoid of meaningful activity can lead to stagnation, a dulling of the spirit, and a feeling of being adrift without purpose. The absence of contribution, of using the gifts I have bestowed upon you to serve others and to engage with the world in a meaningful way, can create its own form of imbalance, leaving a void where fulfillment should reside. Just as the body needs movement and activity to remain healthy and vibrant, so too does the spirit need the engagement and purpose that comes from meaningful work. This work is not solely defined by paid employment. It encompasses any activity that allows you to use your talents, to serve others, and to contribute to the world in a positive way. It could be raising a family, volunteering in your community, pursuing a creative passion, or engaging in work that aligns with your values and brings a sense of purpose. Without this element of meaningful engagement, life can become stagnant, lacking the vitality and sense of accomplishment that contribute to overall well-being. The imbalance of excessive leisure can lead to feelings of boredom, dissatisfaction, and a lack of connection to the world around you. It is not my desire for you to live a life devoid of purpose, but rather to find joy and fulfillment in using your gifts and talents in meaningful ways. My creation itself stands as a testament to the beauty and necessity of balance. Observe the ebb and flow of the tides, the changing seasons, the interplay of light and darkness, the intricate dance between predator and prey. All are governed by a delicate equilibrium that ensures the thriving of the whole. I fashioned this world with intention, with a deep understanding of the harmonious interplay of its various parts. the intricate ecosystems, the delicate balance of nature, the cyclical patterns of life, all point to the fundamental principle of balance that underpins my creation. The sun provides light and warmth, but the darkness allows for rest and renewal. The seasons cycle through periods of growth, harvest, dormancy, and rebirth. The delicate balance of the food chain ensures the sustainability of life. All of these intricate systems work together in a harmonious equilibrium, demonstrating the beauty and necessity of balance for the thriving of the whole. This balance is not static, but dynamic, constantly adjusting and adapting to maintain stability. Just as the natural world finds its strength and resilience in this dynamic equilibrium, so too should you strive for a similar balance in your own lives, adapting and adjusting to the different seasons and demands of your journey. Just as the health of the natural world depends on this balance, so too does the flourishing of your lives hinge on your ability to find a similar harmony within your own existence. I did not intend for your lives to be a constant state of striving without respite, nor a perpetual indulgence without purpose. My desire for you, my children, is a life rich in meaning, filled with both diligent effort and restorative rest. A life where you freely extend love and generosity to others, while also allowing yourselves to receive the blessings that come your way. This balance is not a rigid formula to be followed, but a guiding principle, an invitation to thoughtfully consider the various aspects of your lives, and to intentionally cultivate a sense of equilibrium that aligns with my design for your wholeness and well-being. It is a continuous process of evaluation and adjustment, a mindful awareness of the different demands and needs of your life, and a conscious effort to bring them into a harmonious alignment. This requires introspection, honesty with yourselves, and a willingness to make changes when necessary. It is not about achieving a perfect 50-50 split in every area of your life, but rather about finding a personal equilibrium that allows you to thrive in all aspects of your being, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Seek this harmony, konoi, and you will find a deeper sense of joy, peace, and fulfillment in your journey with me. Listen again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives finds a crucial expression in the delicate interplay between your labor and your rest. Just as the farmer diligently tills the soil and sows the seeds, so too must the land be allowed to lie fallow, to replenish its nutrients and regain its strength. Similarly, your lives require both periods of purposeful activity and dedicated times of repose, for one cannot thrive without the other. I call you, konoi, to recognize the inherent value in both your work and your rest, and to strive for a rhythm that honors the necessity of each. How often do I witness you, my diligent children, becoming so consumed by the demands of your work that you neglect the vital need for rest? The pressures of the world often push you towards relentless productivity, creating a cycle where you feel compelled to constantly strive, to achieve more, to never truly pause and allow yourselves to be still. This imbalance, where work overshadows rest, can have profound and detrimental effects on your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. The allure of success, the fear of falling behind, the constant stream of tasks and responsibilities. These can create a sense of urgency that makes it difficult to step away from your work, even when your body and mind are crying out for rest. You push yourselves to the limit, often sacrificing sleep, time with loved ones, and moments of personal rejuvenation in the pursuit of your professional or academic goals. This relentless pursuit can lead to a state of chronic stress, where your body is constantly in a state of heightened alert, making it difficult to relax and fully recharge. The long-term consequences of this imbalance can be significant, impacting your overall health, your relationships, and your ability to experience joy and fulfillment in your life. Your bodies, my precious creations, are not designed for perpetual motion without respite. Just as a machine that is constantly running without maintenance will eventually break down, so too will your physical strength and vitality diminish if you do not allow for adequate rest and recovery. Sleep, in particular, is a gift I have given to you, a time for your bodies to heal, to repair, and to restore their energy. When you consistently deprive yourselves of sufficient rest, you compromise your physical health, weaken your immune system, and diminish your capacity to engage with the world and with your work with vigor and joy. The consequences of sleep deprivation are manifold, affecting everything from your cognitive abilities to your emotional stability. You may find yourself struggling with concentration, memory, and decision-making. Your mood may become irritable, and you may be more susceptible to anxiety and depression. Your immune system weakens, making you more vulnerable to illness. In the long run, chronic sleep deprivation can contribute to more serious health problems, such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and obesity. Recognizing the vital role that sleep plays in your physical and mental health is the first step towards restoring balance in your lives. Furthermore, the imbalance between work and rest takes a significant toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Your minds, constantly engaged in problem-solving, decision-making, and processing information, require periods of quiet and stillness to declutter, to find clarity, and to restore their focus. Without adequate rest, your minds can become overwhelmed, leading to stress, anxiety, and a diminished capacity for creative thought and joyful engagement. Moments of leisure, of pursuing hobbies, of spending time in nature. Allow your minds to wander freely, to find new perspectives, and to return to your work with renewed energy and creativity. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation is not a luxury. It is a necessity for maintaining your mental and emotional health. Whether it is spending time with loved ones, pursuing a creative outlet, enjoying a hobby, or simply relaxing in nature, these moments of respite allow your mind to step away from the pressures of work and to find renewal. When you consistently neglect these moments, you risk burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged or excessive stress. Burnout can manifest in feelings of cynicism, detachment, and a lack of accomplishment. It can negatively impact your relationships, your work performance, and your overall quality of life. And perhaps most importantly, the neglect of rest can hinder your spiritual connection with me. In the quiet moments of stillness, away from the demands and distractions of the world, you create space to hear my voice, to reflect on my word, and to nurture your relationship with me. Just as I often withdrew to solitary places to pray, so too do I call you to intentionally set aside time for spiritual refreshment. This is not idleness, my children, but a vital part of a balanced life. A time to reconnect with the source of your strength and your joy. The constant noise and activity of a work-dominated life can make it difficult to hear the gentle whispers of the Spirit. The quiet moments of prayer, meditation, and reflection on my word provide an opportunity to still your mind, open your heart, and connect with me on a deeper level. This spiritual nourishment is essential for your overall well-being, providing guidance, strength, and peace in the midst of life's challenges. When you consistently neglect this aspect of your life, you risk feeling spiritually disconnected, lost, and without a true sense of purpose. Intentionally setting aside time for spiritual rest and renewal is an investment in your relationship with me and a vital component of a balanced life. Rest is not the absence of purpose. It is the renewal of purpose. It is not a sign of weakness, but an acknowledgement of your human limits and a trust in my provision. I invite you, konoi, to embrace the rhythm of labor and repose that I have designed for your lives. Just as there is joy in purposeful work and the satisfaction of accomplishment, so too is there a deep and restorative joy to be found in allowing yourselves to truly rest, to be still, and to find your strength and your peace in me. Strive for this balance, and you will find a greater capacity for joy in all that you do. Listen once more, my cherished children, for the harmony of balance in your lives extends to the vital exchange between giving and receiving. Just as a healthy stream flows freely, both taking in water from its source and releasing it to nourish the land around it, so too are your lives intended to be characterized by a balanced rhythm of extending yourselves to others and allowing yourselves to receive the gifts and graces that come your way. I call you konoi, to embrace both the joy of giving and the humility of receiving. For each is essential for a life lived in fullness and in alignment with my own heart. How often do I observe you, my generous children, pouring yourselves out in service to others, diligently extending your time, your energy, and your resources to meet the needs of those around you? This spirit of giving is a beautiful reflection of my own love for the world, and it brings a profound joy to your hearts when offered with a pure intention. The desire to alleviate suffering, to offer comfort, and to share the blessings you have received is a testament to the love that dwells within you, a love that originates from me. You readily offer a helping hand, a listening ear, a word of encouragement, and share what you have with those in need. This outpouring of generosity is a fragrant offering, a reflection of my own heart of compassion and care for all of my creation. It is a demonstration of love in action, a tangible expression of your faith, and it brings light and hope into the lives of those you touch. The act of giving, when motivated by love and offered freely without expectation of return, is a source of immense joy, both for the giver and the receiver. It fosters connection, builds community, and reminds us of our shared humanity. But I also see how some of you struggle with the act of receiving, feeling perhaps unworthy or obligated, hindering the natural flow of grace that I desire to move through your lives. You may feel that receiving makes you indebted to others, or that it somehow diminishes your own strength and independence. This reluctance to receive can stem from pride, from a fear of vulnerability, or from a misunderstanding of the interconnected nature of my creation. You may find it easier to give than to allow others to give to you, creating an imbalance in your relationships and hindering the full expression of love and support that is meant to flow between you. This resistance to receiving can also limit the blessings that I desire to bestow upon you, as you close yourselves off to the channels through which my grace often flows, through the kindness and generosity of others. The balance between giving and receiving is not a matter of strict accounting, of meticulously tracking who owes what. Rather, it is a recognition that life is designed as an interconnected web, where we both contribute to and benefit from the well-being of others. Just as I, your Lord, freely give my love, my grace, and my countless blessings to you, I also desire for you to open your hearts to receive these gifts with gratitude and humility. Your willingness to receive does not diminish your value or create an imbalance. It simply allows the cycle of love and generosity to continue. It is an acknowledgement of your dependence on me and on the community that surrounds you, a recognition that you are not meant to walk this journey alone. Allowing others to give to you is also a gift to them, an opportunity for them to experience the joy of generosity and to express their love and care for you. It strengthens the bonds of relationship and fosters a sense of mutual support and interdependence. Consider the simple act of giving a gift to someone you love. The joy you experience in seeing their happiness, in knowing that you have brought a moment of delight into their lives, is a beautiful thing. But also consider the joy they experience in giving to you, the expression of their affection and care through their chosen offering. Both the giver and the receiver participate in a moment of connection and shared happiness, demonstrating the balanced exchange that strengthens relationships and fosters joy. These acts of giving and receiving, whether material or intangible, create a cycle of love and appreciation that enriches the lives of all involved. The heartfelt thank you, the warm embrace, the shared moment of connection. These are the fruits of a balanced exchange between giver and receiver. Think also of the support and encouragement you offer to others during times of difficulty. Your willingness to listen, to offer practical help, or simply to be present with someone who is struggling is a powerful act of giving. Reflecting. My own compassion for those in need, but also recognize that there will be times when you yourselves are in need of support, when you require the strength and encouragement of others to see you through. Allowing yourselves to receive that help with grace and gratitude is not a sign of weakness, but an acknowledgement of your interconnectedness and a way of allowing others to experience the joy of giving. It is a recognition that you are part of a larger community, a body of believers who are called to bear one another's burdens. Allowing others to support you in your time of need strengthens the bonds of that community and allows the love of Christ to flow freely between you. Even in your relationship with me, there is a beautiful balance of giving and receiving. You give to me your love, your worship, your obedience, and your service. And in return, I pour out upon you my unending love, my boundless grace, my wisdom, my peace, and my countless blessings. This exchange is not a transaction, but a communion of hearts, a flow of love and grace that strengthens your spirit and deepens your connection with me. Open your hearts to both give and receive in this relationship, konoi. For in this sacred exchange, you will find profound joy and fulfillment. Your acts of worship, your prayers, your obedience to my word, these are offerings of love and devotion to me. And my response is an outpouring of my spirit, my guidance, my provision, and my unwavering love for you. This continuous exchange is the very essence of our relationship. A dynamic interplay of love, trust, and grace that sustains you and draws you closer to me. The key, my beloved children, is to cultivate an open heart, one that is willing to both extend generosity to others and to receive with grace the kindness and support that comes your way. Do not let pride or a false sense of self-sufficiency prevent you from receiving the blessings that others offer, just as you should not hesitate to freely give of yourselves to those in need. Embrace the flow of grace, konoi. Find joy in both the giving and the receiving, and allow this balance to enrich your lives and strengthen your bonds with one another and with me. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a careful tending of the relationship between your inner sanctuary, your thoughts, your emotions, your spirit, and your engagement with the outer world, your actions, your interactions, your responsibilities. Just as a tree needs strong roots to withstand the storms and to bear fruit, so too do you need a nourished inner life to navigate the complexities of the world around you and to experience true equilibrium. I call you konoi to cultivate this inner balance, to intentionally nurture your spiritual and emotional well-being, for it is from this inner strength that you will find the capacity for a balanced and fulfilling existence in the outer world. How often do I observe you, my active children, so focused on the demands and pressures of the external world that you neglect the vital nourishment of your inner selves? You become consumed by your work, your relationships, your obligations, leaving little time and energy for quiet reflection, for prayer, for the tending of your spiritual and emotional needs. This imbalance, where the outer world dominates the inner, can leave you feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and lacking a deep sense of peace and purpose. The constant barrage of information, the relentless stream of notifications, the ever-present demands of social media, and the 24/7 news cycle can easily pull your attention away from your inner life. You may find yourselves reacting to external stimuli without taking the time to process your thoughts and emotions in a healthy way. This constant external focus can lead to a sense of being pulled in too many directions, leaving you feeling scattered and without a firm anchor. The inner voice, the still small voice that guides you and connects you with me, can become drowned out by the noise of the world, making it difficult to discern my will for your life and to experience the deep peace that comes from walking in my ways. Your inner life, my precious creations, is the wellspring of your thoughts, your feelings, your motivations, and your connection with me. It is the place where you process your experiences, where you wrestle with your challenges, and where you find solace and strength. Just as a garden needs tending, weeding, and watering to flourish, so too does your inner life require intentional care and attention. Neglecting this inner sanctuary can lead to emotional turmoil, spiritual dryness, and a diminished capacity to experience joy and navigate difficulties with resilience and grace. Untended thoughts can become negative and self-defeating, leading to anxiety and low self-esteem. Unprocessed emotions can fester and lead to resentment, bitterness, and unhealthy coping mechanisms. A neglected spirit can become distant from me, leaving you feeling lost and without direction. The inner life is the foundation of your being, and if that foundation is weak or neglected, it will impact every aspect of your outer life, affecting your relationships, your work, and your overall well-being. Consider the simple practice of spending time in quiet reflection. In the stillness, away from the noise and distractions of the world, you can connect with your inner thoughts and feelings, gaining clarity and understanding about what truly matters to you. This time for reflection allows you to process your experiences, to learn from your mistakes, and to realign your focus with my will for your life. This inner work, though seemingly passive, is essential for maintaining balance and navigating the outer world with wisdom and peace. Setting aside even a few minutes each day for quiet contemplation can make a significant difference in your inner life. It provides an opportunity to check in with yourself, to identify any areas of stress or imbalance, and to seek my guidance in addressing them. This practice can take many forms, such as journaling, meditation on my word, or simply sitting in silence and listening to your inner thoughts. The key is to create a consistent habit of turning inward, allowing yourself the space and time to connect with your deepest self. Think also of the vital role of prayer in nurturing your inner life. Prayer is your direct connection with me, a time to pour out your heart, to seek my guidance, and to receive my love and strength. Just as food nourishes your body, prayer nourishes your spirit, providing the sustenance you need to face the challenges and embrace the joys of each day. Neglecting prayer is like neglecting to water a plant. It will eventually wither and lose its vitality. Cultivate a consistent practice of prayer, my children, and allow it to be a source of inner strength and balance in your lives. Prayer is not just about asking for things. It is also about expressing gratitude, offering praise, and simply spending time in my presence. It is an opportunity to deepen your relationship with me, to align your will with mine, and to receive the peace that surpasses all understanding. Make prayer a priority in your daily life, and you will find that it provides a constant source of comfort, strength, and guidance for your inner life. Consider also the importance of nurturing your emotional well-being. Your emotions are a vital part of who you are, and learning to understand and manage them in a healthy way is essential for inner balance. Allow yourselves to feel your emotions, both positive and negative, but do not let them control you. Seek healthy ways to process your feelings, perhaps through talking with trusted friends, journaling, or engaging in activities that bring you peace and comfort. Taking care of your emotional health is not selfish. It is a vital aspect of maintaining overall balance and well-being. Learning to identify your emotions, to understand their root causes, and to express them in healthy ways is a crucial aspect of emotional well-being. Seeking support from trusted friends, family members, or counselors can provide valuable guidance and perspective in navigating challenging emotions. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as spending time in nature, listening to music, or pursuing creative outlets, can also help to nurture your emotional health and promote inner balance. When your inner life is nourished and balanced, you are better equipped to engage with the outer world in a healthy and fulfilling way. You will have greater clarity, more resilience, and a deeper capacity for joy and compassion. Tending to your inner sanctuary is not an escape from the world. It is the very foundation upon which you can build a balanced and meaningful existence within it. So I urge you, Konoi, to prioritize the care of your inner lives, to cultivate moments of reflection, to nurture your spirits through prayer, and to attend to your emotional well-being. For it is in this inner equilibrium that you will find the strength and the peace to navigate the outer world with grace and joy. Listen to me yet again, my beloved children, for the harmony of balance in your lives also extends to the way you navigate the interplay between your own needs and the needs of those around you. Just as a healthy body requires each organ to function properly, both independently and in coordination with the whole, so too does a fulfilling life necessitate a mindful equilibrium between attending to your own well-being and extending love and support to your neighbors. I call you, Kon-oi, to find this sacred balance, to recognize the importance of both self-care and selfless service. For in this harmonious dance, you will discover a deeper sense of purpose and joy that reflects my own love for both the individual and the collective. How often do I observe you, my devoted children, leaning too heavily on one side of this balance? Some of you may focus too much on your personal needs, pursuing individual benefits and neglecting the needs of those around you. Although taking care of yourself is important, an excessive focus on yourself can lead to isolation and feelings of emptiness. The pursuit of personal gain without considering the impact on others can create division and disharmony within families, communities, and even nations. A life lived solely for oneself, without extending compassion and generosity to those in need, can ultimately lead to a profound sense of emptiness and a lack of true connection. The treasures accumulated for personal enjoyment alone can become heavy and burdensome if not shared with others. The joy of individual achievement is often amplified when it is shared and when it contributes to the betterment of those around you. A balanced life recognizes the inherent interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of considering the well-being of the whole. On the other hand, some of you tend to neglect your own needs, pouring out all your energy to serve others to the point of physical and mental exhaustion. While the spirit of giving is commendable, constantly ignoring your own needs can lead to resentment and depletion. While the desire to serve others is a noble one, neglecting your own needs can ultimately diminish your capacity to effectively help those around you. Just as a lamp cannot give light if it has no fuel, so too can you not consistently pour out to others if your own well is dry. Ignoring your physical, emotional, and spiritual needs can lead to burnout, making you less effective and potentially resentful in your efforts to serve. True service flows from a place of strength and inner peace, which requires attention to your own well-being. Setting healthy boundaries, taking time for rest and rejuvenation, and attending to your own needs are not selfish acts, but rather essential components of a balanced life that allows you to serve others sustainably and with genuine joy. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing the value of both your own needs and the needs of others. Just as I love and care for each individual among you, I also desire for you to show that same love and care for one another. This principle of loving your neighbor as yourself underscores the importance of attending to both your own needs and the needs of those around you. There is no conflict between caring for yourself and caring for others. In fact, they are intertwined and mutually reinforcing. When you are healthy and whole, you are better equipped to extend love and service to those in need. And the act of serving others can bring a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment that enriches your own life. The balance lies in finding a way to honor both aspects of this commandment, recognizing that true love encompasses both self-care and selfless giving. This balance is not an absolute equal division, but a flexible adjustment depending on the circumstances and specific needs. There are times when prioritizing your own needs is necessary for recovery and maintaining your health. And there are times when pouring out your energy to help others is the higher calling. Life is dynamic, and the demands and needs of different situations will vary. There will be times when you need to prioritize rest and self-care to recover from illness or exhaustion. There will be other times when the needs of those around you are urgent and require you to extend yourself beyond your comfort zone. The key is to be mindful of the present circumstances and to seek my guidance in discerning the appropriate course of action. This requires a sensitivity to the needs of both yourself and others, as well as the wisdom to understand when to prioritize which. It is a continuous process of evaluation and adjustment, guided by love, compassion, and a desire to honor both your own well-being and the well-being of those around you. Consider the simplicity of taking care of yourself. Just as your body needs food, water, and rest to function well, your spirit and emotions also need nourishment. Spending time on activities that bring joy and relaxation, setting healthy boundaries in relationships, and ensuring you have enough time to recover are important aspects of self-care that should not be neglected. This includes attending to your physical health through proper nutrition, exercise, and adequate sleep. It also involves nurturing your emotional well-being by spending time with loved ones, pursuing hobbies, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and peace. Furthermore, it means tending to your spiritual needs through prayer, reflection on my word, and fellowship with other believers. Taking care of yourself in these ways is not a luxury, but a fundamental requirement for a balanced and fulfilling life. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is a necessary action that allows you to come to others with fullness and strength. When your own needs are met, you are better equipped to extend love, compassion, and service to those around you. You will have more energy, more patience, and a greater capacity to empathize with the struggles of others. Self-care allows you to approach your relationships and your service to others from a place of abundance rather than depletion, making your efforts more effective and sustainable in the long run. It is an investment in your own well-being and in your ability to be a positive influence in the world. At the same time, do not forget the joy and deep satisfaction that comes from serving others. Just as I came not to be served, but to serve, I call you to seek opportunities to show kindness and compassion to those around you, giving your time, resources, and talents to those in need. Listening to those who are hurting and offering a helping hand are actions that reflect my love and bring great joy to both the giver and the receiver. The act of selfless service connects you with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning in your life. It allows you to be a channel of my love and grace in the world, bringing hope and healing to those who are hurting. The joy that comes from witnessing the positive impact of your actions on the lives of others is a profound and enduring one, far surpassing the fleeting pleasures of purely self-centered pursuits. The balance between your own needs and the needs of others often requires wisdom and discernment. It is not always clear what the right action is, and you may need to pray and seek my guidance to navigate these complex situations. However, one important guiding principle is to always approach every situation with a loving heart and a sincere desire to meet needs, whether they are your own or those of others. Seek my wisdom in prayer, my children, and I will guide you in discerning the right path. Allow your heart to be filled with love and compassion, and let that love be the driving force behind your decisions. Strive for a balance that honors both your own well-being and the well-being of those around you, reflecting my own love for each and every one of you. I call you, my children. Cultivate a heart that is sensitive to both your own needs and the needs of those around you. Learn to listen to your body, mind, and spirit, recognizing when you need rest and recovery. At the same time, open your hearts and hands to those who are in need, showing my love and generosity in your actions. In the harmonious dance between taking care of yourself and serving others, you will discover a fulfillment and deep joy that reflects my encompassing love for all of you. Listen to me once more, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a mindful integration between your spiritual growth and your engagement with the earthly realm. Just as a tree draws its nourishment from the depths of the soil while reaching its branches towards the heavens, so too are you called to be rooted in my love and truth while actively participating in the world around you, using your faith to bring light and goodness to all that you do. I call you, konoi, to find this sacred equilibrium, to allow your spiritual journey to inform and guide your earthly actions. For in this harmonious integration, you will discover a life of profound purpose and impact. How often do I observe you, my earnest children, leaning too heavily towards one side of this vital balance? Some of you may become so engrossed in spiritual pursuits, in prayer, in studying my word, in the fellowship of believers, that you inadvertently withdraw from the world around you, neglecting your responsibilities and the opportunities to be my hands and feet in your communities. While these spiritual disciplines are indeed essential, a complete detachment from the world can hinder your ability to share my love and truth with those who need to hear it most. You may find yourselves retreating into monasteries or isolated communities, focusing solely on your personal spiritual development, while the world around you continues to suffer and yearn for my light. While such dedicated pursuit can have its place, it should not come at the expense of neglecting the call to be my witnesses in the world, to actively engage with those who do not yet know me, and to use your spiritual insights to address the challenges and injustices that exist in the earthly realm. The balance lies in allowing your spiritual growth to empower you to be more effective agents of my love in the world, not to isolate you from it. Conversely, others among you may become so consumed by the affairs of the world, by your careers, your ambitions, your earthly concerns, that your spiritual lives become neglected and malnourished. While it is important to be diligent in your work and engaged in your communities, allowing worldly pursuits to completely overshadow your relationship with me can leave you feeling empty and without a true sense of direction or purpose. Your actions in the world should be an outflow of your spiritual foundation, guided by my principles and motivated by my love. The pursuit of wealth, power, and worldly recognition, when disconnected from a spiritual foundation, can become a hollow and ultimately unsatisfying endeavor. Your work, your relationships, and your engagement in the world should be informed by your faith, reflecting my values of love, compassion, justice, and truth. When your spiritual life is neglected, your actions in the world may lack the moral compass and the eternal perspective that give them true meaning and lasting impact. The balance requires a constant connection to me, allowing my spirit to guide your steps and to infuse your worldly activities with divine purpose. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that this world, though not your eternal home, is still the place where I have placed you for a purpose. You are called to be light for the world and salt for the earth, to bring my love, kindness, and justice to every corner of life. This requires you to both nurture your spiritual life and actively participate in the activities of the world. You are called to be my ambassadors in this world, to represent my kingdom and my values in all that you do. This requires both a deep understanding of my teachings and a practical application of those teachings in your daily interactions and endeavors. The balance lies in being both hearers and doers of my word, allowing your spiritual understanding to shape your actions in the world and to make a tangible difference in the lives of those around you. Consider the importance of nurturing your spiritual life. Just as a tree needs to be watered and fertilized to grow strong, so too does your spirit need to be nourished regularly through prayer, reading scripture, meditation, and fellowship with other believers. These spiritual disciplines are the foundation of your strength and stability, providing you with the wisdom and power to navigate the challenges of the world. Regular engagement in these spiritual practices will strengthen your relationship with me, deepen your understanding of my will, and equip you with the spiritual resources you need to live a balanced and purposeful life in the world. Neglecting these disciplines will leave you spiritually weak and vulnerable to the temptations and pressures of the world. At the same time, I call you not to withdraw from the world, but to actively engage in it. Use the gifts and talents I have given you to serve others, to address injustices, and to make this world a better place. Whoever you are and whatever you do, you have the opportunity to show my love and make a positive difference in your community. Your work, your relationships, and every aspect of your life can become channels for me to express my love and truth. Whether you are a teacher, a doctor, a business person, an artist, a parent, or whatever your vocation may be, you have the opportunity to reflect my love and truth in your daily activities. Your work can be a form of worship when done with integrity and a desire to serve others. Your relationships can be a testament to my love and grace. Your engagement in your community can bring about positive change and reflect my justice and compassion. The key is to see your worldly activities as opportunities to live out your faith, not as separate from your spiritual life. The balance between spiritual growth and worldly engagement requires discernment and my constant guidance. Seek me in prayer, listen to the prompting of my spirit, and let my wisdom guide you in all that you do. Do not let your focus on one aspect overshadow the other. Instead, strive to integrate your spiritual life with your participation in the world, so that your faith becomes the driving force behind your actions, and your actions reflect my love. In seeking my guidance, you will learn how to prioritize both your spiritual growth and your engagement in the world, finding a harmonious balance that allows you to flourish in both realms. Do not be afraid to step out in faith and use your spiritual insights to address the needs of the world around you. And do not neglect your spiritual disciplines in the midst of your worldly activities. Strive for an integration where your faith empowers your work and your work expresses your faith, bringing glory to my name and blessing to those around you. In this harmonious integration, you will discover a life of deep meaning and purpose, a life that is both deeply rooted in heaven and bears good fruit on the earth. Listen to me yet again, my beloved children, for the harmony of balance in your lives finds another crucial expression in the way you communicate with one another. In the delicate dance between speaking your truth and attentively listening to the hearts and words of those around you. Just as a beautiful melody requires both notes played and moments of silence, so too do meaningful conversations and healthy relationships necessitate a thoughtful equilibrium between sharing your own voice and truly hearing the voices of others. I call you Kanoi to cultivate this harmonious exchange, to recognize the value in both speaking and listening, for in this balanced communication, understanding blossoms, connections deepen, and harmony prevails. How often do I observe you, my vocal children, eager to share your thoughts, your opinions, your experiences, sometimes with such fervor that you inadvertently neglect the vital act of listening? The desire to be heard is a natural one, and I have given you the gift of speech for a purpose, to express yourselves, to share my truth, to encourage and uplift one another. But if your communication becomes a monologue, a constant outpouring without the reciprocal act of truly hearing what others are saying, then the beauty and the power of connection are diminished. The constant interruption, the eagerness to interject your own perspective before truly understanding another's, the tendency to formulate your response while the other person is still speaking. These are all signs of an imbalance where speaking overshadows listening. This can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and a breakdown in effective communication. The purpose of dialogue is not to simply broadcast your own thoughts, but to engage in a mutual exchange that fosters understanding and connection. When the focus is primarily on speaking, the opportunity for genuine connection and learning from others is lost, and the conversation becomes more about asserting one's own viewpoint than about seeking shared understanding. This imbalance can also manifest in a lack of empathy, as the focus remains on one's own perspective rather than trying to understand the feelings and experiences of the other person. Truly effective communication requires a willingness to step outside of your own viewpoint and to see the world through the eyes of another. And this begins with the discipline of active listening. Conversely, others among you may find yourselves more inclined to listen, perhaps out of humility or a desire to avoid conflict. But you may hesitate to share your own thoughts and feelings, allowing your voice to remain unheard. While listening is indeed a virtue, a complete silence can also create an imbalance, preventing others from knowing your heart, understanding your perspective, and benefiting from the unique insights that I have placed within you. True communication requires both a willingness to speak and the courage to share your authentic self. Holding back your thoughts and feelings out of fear of judgment or a desire to avoid confrontation can lead to resentment, isolation, and a feeling of being misunderstood. Your perspective, your experiences, and the insights you have gained are valuable and can contribute to a richer understanding within your relationships and communities. True communication involves the vulnerability of sharing your authentic self, allowing others to see and know you on a deeper level. The balance lies in finding the courage to speak your truth with love and respect, while also creating space for others to do the same. This requires a sense of confidence in the value of your own voice and a willingness to take the risk of sharing your thoughts and feelings, even when they may be different from those around you. It is important to remember that your unique perspective can contribute to a more complete understanding of any situation, and that your voice deserves to be heard with the same respect and attention that you extend to others. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that each person has their own value and perspective, and that deeper understanding and harmony in relationships arise from both sides feeling heard and respected. Just as I always listen to your prayers, I also call you to listen to the hearts of those around you. And just as I have given my word to you, I also encourage you to share my truth and my love through your own words. The ability to both hear and be heard is fundamental to healthy relationships and thriving communities. When both speaking and listening are valued and practiced with intention, communication becomes a powerful tool for connection, understanding, and building bridges between individuals. This balanced exchange allows for a deeper level of empathy and fosters a sense of mutual respect, where all voices are valued and considered. It creates an environment where individuals feel safe to express themselves authentically and to engage in meaningful dialogue that leads to growth and understanding. Consider the simplicity of listening actively. This is not just about being silent while another person speaks, but about focusing completely on their words, trying to understand their perspective, and showing genuine interest through your body language and appropriate verbal responses. When you truly listen to another person, you are not just waiting for your turn to speak. You are fully present in the moment, seeking to understand their message from their perspective. This involves paying attention not only to the words they are saying, but also to their tone of voice, their body language, and the emotions they are conveying. Active listening also includes asking clarifying questions to ensure you have understood their meaning correctly, and summarizing their points to show that you have been paying attention When you truly listen to others, you honor their worth and create a safe space for open and honest communication. This act of listening can bring healing, understanding, and deeper connection. It demonstrates respect, builds trust, and creates an environment where others feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or interruption. Active listening is a powerful tool for building strong relationships and fostering understanding in all areas of your life. From your personal relationships to your professional interactions and your engagement within your community. It is a skill that requires conscious effort and a genuine desire to understand others. But the rewards in terms of stronger connections and more effective communication are immeasurable. At the same time, do not hesitate to share your voice with sincerity and respect. Your words have the power to build up or tear down, to encourage or discourage. Use this gift wisely, choosing words that are kind, constructive, and speak your truth with love. Sharing your experiences, your insights, and the inspirations that I have given you can greatly benefit those around you and enrich mutual understanding within your community. Your words have the power to bring comfort, to offer guidance, to inspire hope, and to share my love with the world. Speaking with integrity and kindness, even when it is difficult, is a reflection of your faith and your commitment to my principles. Sharing your personal experiences and the lessons you have learned can offer valuable insights and encouragement to others who may be facing similar challenges. Speaking my truth with love and compassion can be a powerful witness to the transformative power of my grace. Your voice is a unique instrument, and the message you carry has the potential to impact the lives of those around you in profound ways. Use it wisely, use it with love, and use it to build bridges of understanding between yourselves and with the world around you. The balance between speaking and listening is not always easy, and it can vary depending on the situation and the people involved. However, the guiding principle is to approach every conversation with a humble spirit, willing to learn and understand the other person's perspective, while also confidently sharing your own thoughts and feelings with respect. Seek this harmony in your communication, con oi, and you will find that your relationships become deeper, mutual understanding increases, and harmony reigns in your interactions with the world. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a thoughtful navigation between your individual pursuits and your role within the wider community. Just as each instrument in an orchestra contributes its unique melody to the overall symphony, so too are you called to develop your individual gifts and talents, while also recognizing your interconnectedness with others and contributing to the common good. I call you, con oi, to find this vital balance, to pursue your personal growth while remaining mindful of your responsibility to the community, for in this harmonious interplay, both the individual and the collective flourish according to my design. How often do I observe you, my ambitious children, diligently striving to achieve your personal goals, to develop your talents, and to pursue your individual dreams? This desire for growth and self-improvement is a good and natural one, reflecting the potential that I have placed within each of you. But if this pursuit of individual success becomes so all-consuming that you lose sight of the needs of those around you, or if your ambition leads you to act in ways that harm or neglect your community, then the balance is lost. The relentless drive for personal achievement, when divorced from a sense of responsibility towards others, can lead to isolation and a diminished sense of purpose. While striving for excellence in your endeavors is commendable, it should not come at the expense of neglecting the well-being of those around you. True success is often found not just in personal accomplishment, but in the positive impact you have on the lives of others and the contributions you make to your community. An imbalanced focus on individual gain can erode the fabric of society and undermine the very support systems that allow individuals to thrive. Conversely, others among you may be so focused on the needs of the community so dedicated to serving others and working for the common good, that you neglect your own personal growth and development. While this spirit of selflessness is commendable, a complete disregard for your own well-being and your personal journey can lead to burnout and a diminished capacity to effectively serve others in the long run. True service often flows from a place of inner strength and personal wholeness. Ignoring your own needs for rest, reflection, and personal development can ultimately limit your ability to contribute meaningfully to the community. Just as you cannot pour from an empty cup, you cannot consistently serve others effectively if your own well-being is neglected. A balanced approach recognizes the importance of both personal growth and communal contribution, understanding that they are interconnected and mutually reinforcing. When you are thriving as an individual, you have more to offer those around you, and the act of serving others can, in turn, enrich your own life and contribute to your personal growth. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that you do not exist in isolation, but are part of a larger web of relationships and responsibilities. You have been given unique gifts and talents, not only for your own benefit, but also to serve and enrich the lives of others. Your personal development and your contribution to the community are not mutually exclusive goals, but rather complementary aspects of a balanced and meaningful life. Just as a healthy ecosystem requires a diversity of thriving individual organisms working together, so too does a flourishing community require individuals who are both growing in their own potential and actively contributing to the well-being of the whole. The balance lies in finding a way to honor both your own journey of growth and your role as a contributing member of the community. Consider the simplicity of developing your individual talents. Learning, practicing, and honing your skills not only benefit you personally, but also enable you to contribute more to your community. Someone with musical talent can bring joy to others through their music. Someone with leadership skills can guide and uplift their community. Developing your unique gifts is a way to honor me and to bless the world around you. When you invest in your own growth, you are not just benefiting yourself. You are also increasing your capacity to serve and contribute to the lives of others in meaningful ways. Your talents and skills are gifts entrusted to you, and using them to their fullest potential is an act of good stewardship that benefits both yourself and the wider community. At the same time, remember that you have a responsibility to your community. This means caring about the welfare of others, participating in community service, and working to create a more just and compassionate society. Actions that contribute to the common good not only benefit others, but also bring you a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment. When you see the positive impact your actions have on the lives of others, you will experience a joy far greater than that which comes from personal success alone. Engaging in acts of service, whether large or small, strengthens the bonds of community and fosters a sense of shared responsibility for the well-being of all. Contributing your time, resources, and talents to causes that benefit others is a tangible way to live out my commandment to love your neighbor as yourself and to reflect my own heart of compassion and care for all of humanity. The balance between personal growth and communal well-being requires awareness and intention. Think about how you can use your gifts and talents to serve others. Seek opportunities to contribute to your community, whether through small, everyday acts or larger commitments. At the same time, do not neglect your own need for personal development. Invest in your learning, hone your skills, and pursue personal goals that bring you joy and meaning. In the harmony between developing yourself and serving others, you will discover a more balanced and fulfilling life. A life that fully reflects my love for all. Strive for this balance, my children, and you will find a deep and lasting sense of purpose and joy. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a graceful dance between the seriousness of your responsibilities and the lightness of a joyful spirit. Just as the Earth maintains its orbit through the delicate balance of gravity and motion, so too does a fulfilling life require an equilibrium between acknowledging the weightier aspects of your journey and embracing the freedom and refreshment that comes from joy and laughter. I call you konoi to find this harmonious rhythm, to navigate the solemn moments with wisdom and the lighter moments with a grateful heart, for in this balanced approach, you will discover a deeper and more resilient sense of peace. How often do I observe you, my earnest children, becoming so engrossed in the seriousness of your tasks, your worries, and your responsibilities that you forget the simple joy that life also offers? The burdens of the world can feel heavy, and there will be times when you face trials that demand your full attention and a sober mind. But if you allow this seriousness to become all-consuming, if you lose sight of the opportunities for laughter and lightheartedness, then your spirit can become weary, and the vibrant colors of life can begin to fade. The weight of expectations, both from yourselves and from others, the pressures of performance, and the anxieties about the future can create a heavy cloak of seriousness that stifles joy and hinders the ability to appreciate the simple pleasures of the present moment. This constant focus on the serious aspects of life can lead to stress, burnout, and a diminished capacity for resilience when faced with challenges. It is important to remember that even in the midst of difficulties, there are still opportunities for moments of lightness and joy that can provide much-needed respite and renewal for the spirit. Conversely, others among you may be so inclined towards levity and amusement that you neglect the weightier matters that require your attention and diligence. While joy and laughter are indeed vital, a life lived without a sense of responsibility and purpose can lack depth and meaning. True balance does not mean avoiding the serious aspects of life, but rather approaching them with wisdom and then allowing yourselves to find moments of respite and joy to replenish your spirits. A constant pursuit of amusement and the avoidance of responsibility can lead to a lack of fulfillment and a failure to grow and mature. While enjoying the lighter side of life is important, it should not come at the expense of neglecting your obligations, your commitments, and the deeper purpose that I have for your lives. True joy is often found not in escaping from responsibility, but in embracing it with a balanced perspective that allows for both diligent effort and moments of lightheartedness. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that life encompasses both solemn and joyful moments. There is a time to mourn and a time to rejoice, a time to work diligently and a time to rest and enjoy. Recognizing and respecting these different seasons in your life is essential for maintaining equilibrium and avoiding an excessive leaning towards one extreme. Just as the changing seasons bring both periods of growth and periods of rest in the natural world, so too should you allow for both seriousness and joy in the rhythm of your lives. Embracing this natural ebb and flow will lead to a more sustainable and fulfilling journey. Consider the importance of taking your responsibilities seriously, whether it is your work, your relationships, or your commitments to me. Approaching them with dedication and diligence is important. This seriousness does not mean you have to be overly worried or stressed, but rather that you approach your obligations with a focused mind and a sincere intention to fulfill them to the best of your ability. The satisfaction that comes from a job well done is a genuine joy, but it should not consume your entire life. Taking your responsibilities seriously reflects a commitment to integrity and a respect for the trust that has been placed in you. It allows you to contribute meaningfully to the world around you and to experience the satisfaction of accomplishment. However, this seriousness should be balanced with an awareness of the importance of rest, play, and the simple enjoyment of life's lighter moments. At the same time, do not forget the importance of nurturing a joyful spirit and seeking opportunities to laugh and enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Just as I have given you the gift of laughter, I also desire for you to use it often. Laughter has the power to heal, to reduce stress, and to bring a sense of lightness to your soul. Do not be afraid to seek out moments of humor, to share jokes, and to enjoy the company of those who bring you joy. Cultivating a light-hearted spirit can provide a much-needed antidote to the stresses and pressures of daily life, allowing you to approach challenges with a more positive and resilient attitude. Finding humor in everyday situations and allowing yourself to laugh can also strengthen your relationships and create a more enjoyable atmosphere for yourself and those around you. The balance between seriousness and joy requires awareness and intention. Know when to focus and when to let loose and enjoy. Learn to face the challenges of life with resilience and wisdom, but do not let them rob you of your ability to experience joy and lightness. Nurture a grateful heart and a playful spirit, seeking out moments of joy in even the smallest things in life. In the harmonious balance between seriousness and joy, you will discover a more complete life, a life that fully reflects the abundance of the gift I have given you. Strive for this balance, my children, and you will find a deeper and more enduring sense of peace that transcends the ups and downs of earthly existence. Listen to me again, my beloved children, for the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a thoughtful consideration of the time you spend in solitude and the time you invest in connection with others. Just as a healthy forest requires both individual trees standing strong on their own and the intricate web of roots and branches that connect them, so too do your lives need both moments of personal reflection and the joy and support that comes from community. I call you kon oi, to find this harmonious rhythm, to value both the quiet of your inner chamber and the warmth of open gatherings. For in this balanced approach, you will find both individual strength and communal flourishing. How often do I observe you, my introspective children, finding solace and strength in moments of solitude, in prayer, in quiet contemplation? This time spent alone with me is indeed invaluable, a sanctuary where you can hear my still, small voice, receive my guidance, and find rest for your weary souls. But if you become so accustomed to solitude that you withdraw entirely from meaningful connections with others, then you risk isolation and a diminished capacity to share my love and receive the love of those around you. The human heart is created for connection, and while solitude offers a necessary space for personal and spiritual growth, an excessive amount of it can lead to feelings of loneliness, detachment, and a lack of the support and encouragement that comes from healthy relationships. Just as a single tree, isolated from the forest, is more vulnerable to the elements, so too can an individual who consistently avoids social connection become more susceptible to emotional and spiritual challenges. The balance lies in recognizing the importance of both individual strength gained in solitude and the collective strength found in community. Conversely, others among you may find such comfort and joy in the company of others that you rarely take the time for quiet reflection and personal communion with me. While fellowship and connection are vital, a life constantly lived in the midst of crowds and activity can leave little space for introspection, for hearing my voice, and for nurturing the deepest aspects of your relationship with me. The constant stimulation and demands of social interaction, while often enjoyable, can also be draining and can prevent you from connecting with your inner thoughts and feelings. Just as a plant needs time in the darkness to rest and grow its roots, so too does your spirit need moments of quiet stillness to connect with its source of nourishment and strength. Without regular times of solitude and reflection, you may find yourselves feeling spiritually depleted, lacking a clear sense of purpose and direction, and missing the profound peace that comes from communion with me. The balance requires intentionally setting aside time for both meaningful social interaction and quiet personal reflection. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that you are created as both unique individuals and as members of a community. I have designed you with a need for both solitude and connection. Just as I often withdrew to solitary places to pray, I have also established the church, a community of believers, so that you can support, encourage, and love one another. The balance lies in embracing both aspects of your being, recognizing that your individual relationship with me is strengthened by your connection with others, and that your ability to love and serve others flows from the love and strength you receive in your personal time with me. Consider the importance of spending time alone with me. These are precious moments when you can cast off the cares of the world and focus entirely on my presence. In this stillness, I can speak to you more clearly, granting you the wisdom, peace, and guidance you need for your journey. Do not underestimate the value of these private times, konoi, for they are a source of strength and renewal for your spirit. Just as I taught my disciples in private, I also desire to speak intimately to your heart in the quiet moments you set aside for me. This time allows for deep reflection on my word, for heartfelt prayer, and for a profound sense of my abiding presence in your life. Cultivating a consistent habit of solitude with me will strengthen your faith, bring clarity to your purpose, and provide a sanctuary for your soul in the midst of life's storms. At the same time, do not neglect the joy and encouragement that comes from connecting with other believers. Fellowship with like-minded individuals can provide invaluable support, accountability, and a sense of belonging. Sharing your joys and sorrows, praying for one another, and serving me and your community together are important aspects of a balanced life. These relationships reflect my love and bring many blessings and simple joys. Just as my disciples walked and ministered together, you too are called to share your journey of faith with others, offering encouragement, support, and practical help along the way. The strength and encouragement you receive from your brothers and sisters in faith can be a vital source of resilience during challenging times. And the shared experience of following me can deepen your understanding of my love and truth. The balance between solitude and connection may shift according to the seasons and circumstances of your life. There will be times when you need more time alone to reflect and recover. And there will be times when you need the support and companionship of others more. The important thing is to be sensitive to your own needs and to seek a rhythm that works for you. Seek this harmony, konoi, by cherishing both the quiet moments with me and the enriching relationships with those around you. In this balance, you will find both individual strength and communal flourishing, fully reflecting my intention for your lives. Listen to me again, my beloved children, for the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a discerning approach to the relationship between your material possessions and your spiritual wealth. Just as a ship needs ballast to remain steady in the sea, so too do your lives need a proper weighting of earthly treasures and heavenly riches, ensuring that the pursuit of the temporal does not capsize your focus on the eternal. I call you, konoi, to seek this wise equilibrium, to be good stewards of what you have without allowing it to possess your hearts, and to always prioritize the lasting treasures of the Spirit that abide with me. How often do I observe you, my ambitious children, diligently striving to accumulate wealth, to acquire possessions, to secure your earthly comfort and future? The world often measures success by material standards, and the allure of having more can be strong. While I provide for your needs, and there is nothing inherently wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, if your pursuit of earthly riches becomes your primary focus, if it consumes your thoughts and dictates your actions, then the balance is lost, and you risk neglecting the far more valuable treasures that await you in my kingdom. The constant pursuit of more, a bigger house, a faster car, the latest gadgets, can become a never-ending cycle, leaving you feeling perpetually unsatisfied despite your material gains. This relentless focus on accumulation can crowd out the things that truly matter in life: your relationships, your spiritual growth, and your service to others. Your heart can become so attached to these earthly possessions that they become your master rather than your servants, leading you away from the true treasures that have eternal value. The imbalance arises when your identity and your sense of worth become tied to what you own rather than who you are in me. Conversely, others among you may view material things with suspicion, perhaps even disdain, believing that spiritual purity requires a complete detachment from the physical world. While a simple lifestyle can indeed be conducive to spiritual growth, rejecting all material blessings can also create an imbalance, hindering your ability to care for your needs and to generously share with others. I have entrusted you with resources, and I desire for you to use them wisely and with gratitude. There is a difference between being attached to material possessions and being a good steward of the resources I have entrusted to you. Rejecting all material things may stem from a misunderstanding of my provision and can sometimes lead to unnecessary hardship. The key is to find a balance where you are thankful for what you have and use it responsibly, without allowing it to control your heart or become your primary focus. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that both material wealth and spiritual riches can have value, but their value differs, and they should be kept in their proper place in your lives. Material wealth is temporary. It can be lost, stolen, or destroyed. But spiritual wealth, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. These are eternal and will accompany you into my kingdom. Your earthly possessions will fade away, but the treasures you store in heaven through your faith and good deeds will last forever. Therefore, your priorities should reflect this eternal perspective, focusing on what truly matters in the long run. Consider the simplicity of being grateful for what you have. If I have blessed you with material possessions, receive them with thankfulness and use them wisely and responsibly. Remember that every good and perfect gift comes from me, and you are merely stewards of these blessings. Do not let your possessions possess you, but rather use them to serve me and to bless others. Generosity with your material resources is a tangible expression of your love for me and for your neighbor. When you use what you have to help those in need, you are reflecting my own heart of compassion and investing in things of eternal value. At the same time, always prioritize your spiritual wealth. Invest your time and energy in nurturing your relationship with me, in cultivating the fruits of my spirit within you, and in accumulating the treasures that will last forever. Remember my teaching, but seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Your focus should be on the eternal, on the things that truly matter in my sight. This involves spending time in prayer, studying my word, fellowshipping with other believers, and actively seeking to grow in your faith. These are the investments that will yield the greatest returns in the long run. The balance between material wealth and spiritual riches requires discernment and my constant guidance. Pray for wisdom to manage your resources wisely and to keep your heart unattached to fleeting things. Remember that your true wealth lies in your relationship with me and in the spiritual treasures you have accumulated. Seek this balance, konoi, by being thankful for your material blessings while prioritizing the eternal, so that you may live a life that is both prosperous in this world and assured of an everlasting inheritance in my kingdom. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a discerning approach to the interplay between planning for the future and fully embracing the present moment. Just as a wise traveler prepares for their journey without neglecting the beauty of the path they are currently walking, so too are you called to look ahead with intention while savoring the gifts and opportunities that each day brings. I call you, konoi, to find this thoughtful equilibrium, to exercise wisdom in your preparations for tomorrow while wholeheartedly engaging with the joys and responsibilities of today, trusting in my guidance for both. How often do I observe you, my diligent children, so focused on making plans, setting goals, and preparing for what lies ahead that you inadvertently miss the richness and wonder of the present day? The desire to be responsible, to provide for yourselves and your loved ones, and to build a secure future is a good and natural inclination. But if your focus becomes so fixated on tomorrow that you fail to appreciate the blessings and the moments of connection that are available to you right now, then the balance is lost. And you risk living in a perpetual state of anticipation without ever fully experiencing the joy of the present. You meticulously chart out your careers, your finances, your family life, often projecting years into the future. But in doing so, you may overlook the laughter of your children today, the beauty of the sunset this evening, or the opportunity to offer a word of encouragement to someone who needs it in this very moment. This overemphasis on future planning can lead to anxiety about what may or may not come to pass, preventing you from fully engaging with and appreciating the reality of your current circumstances. The present moment, my children, is a precious gift, a fleeting opportunity to experience my love, to connect with others, and to find joy in the simple things. Do not let your preoccupation with the future cause you to squander the treasures of today. Conversely, others among you may be so immersed in the spontaneity of the present moment that you neglect to make wise plans for the future. While living in the now is indeed important, a complete disregard for future responsibilities and preparations can lead to unforeseen difficulties and a lack of stability. True balance involves a thoughtful consideration of what lies ahead without allowing it to overshadow the beauty and the demands of the present. A life lived solely on impulse, without any thought for the consequences or the needs of tomorrow, can lead to financial hardship, strained relationships, and a lack of preparedness for the inevitable challenges that life will bring. Just as a prudent steward makes preparations for the winter months, so too should you exercise wisdom in planning for your future needs and responsibilities. This includes making sound financial decisions, nurturing your relationships, and developing the skills and knowledge that will equip you for the journey ahead. Neglecting these preparations can lead to unnecessary stress and difficulty down the line. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that time is a gift, and each moment, whether present or future, has its own value and purpose. It is important to acknowledge both. Planning for the future with wisdom and prudence is important, just like preparing for a bountiful harvest. But to neglect the richness and opportunities of today, by focusing solely on what is to come, is foolish. Like ignoring the current harvest while only dreaming of next year's crop. The present moment is where your life is actually lived, where you experience my love, where you build relationships, and where you make choices that shape your future. Do not let the anticipation of tomorrow rob you of the fullness of today. Consider the simplicity of planning wisely. This means setting realistic goals, making responsible decisions, and preparing for possible eventualities. But this planning should be done with trust in my guidance and should not cause excessive worry or anxiety. Remember that I hold the future in my hands, and your best plans should be interwoven with a deep trust in my perfect plan for your life. Your plans should be rooted in wisdom and guided by my principles, but they should also be held with an open hand, recognizing that my ways are often beyond your understanding. Trust in my provision for tomorrow while taking responsible steps today. At the same time, learn to live fully in the present moment. This means engaging wholeheartedly in what you are doing, cherishing your relationships, and being grateful for the blessings you are receiving right now. Do not let anxieties about tomorrow or regrets about the past steal the joy of today. Each day is a new gift from me, an opportunity to experience my love and to find joy in the simple things. Be mindful of the beauty that surrounds you, the kindness of others, and the opportunities to extend my love to those in need in this very moment. Savor the present, for it is a precious and unrepeatable gift. The balance between planning for the future and living in the present requires trust and discernment. Pray for wisdom to know how to manage your time and resources wisely. Learn to trust in my provision for tomorrow while making the most of today. Seek this harmony, konoi, by planning responsibly but not letting anxieties about the future control you, and by living fully in the present, cherishing every moment as a precious gift from me. In this balance, you will find both preparedness for what is to come and abundant joy in the here and now. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a profound alignment between your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your values, and your outward expressions, your actions, your words, your behavior. Just as a strong building requires a solid foundation that matches the structure above, so too does a life of integrity and peace necessitate a congruence between what you hold in your heart and how you live in the world. I call you, konoi, to seek this deep harmony, to ensure that your inner convictions are consistently reflected in your outer life. For in this authenticity, you will find a profound sense of wholeness and truth. How often do I observe you, my thoughtful children, harboring beliefs and values within your hearts that are not always evident in your actions or your words? You may know the truth of my teachings. You may desire to live according to my principles, but at times, the pressures of the world, the desire for approval, or the fear of judgment can lead to inconsistencies between your inner convictions and your outward behavior. This misalignment can create a sense of inner conflict and a lack of genuine peace. The temptation to compromise your values in order to gain worldly advantage, to say things you do not truly believe in order to fit in, or to act in ways that contradict your conscience can create a deep chasm between your inner self and your outward presentation. This internal dissonance can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and a sense of being inauthentic. Living a life that is not congruent with your deepest beliefs can be emotionally exhausting and ultimately lead to a diminished sense of self-worth. True peace and contentment come from aligning your inner world with your outer actions. Conversely, others among you may present an outward appearance of righteousness or piety, but your inner thoughts and motivations may be far from my heart. This kind of outward show without inner transformation is like a painted facade, lacking the substance and stability of true faith and integrity. True balance requires that your inner life be the genuine source of your outward expressions. Merely performing religious rituals or reciting religious phrases without a corresponding transformation of the heart is an empty exercise. My desire is for your inner being to be renewed by my Spirit, and for that inner transformation to naturally flow into your words and actions. Hypocrisy, the act of saying one thing and doing another, creates a significant imbalance and undermines your witness to the world. Authenticity, on the other hand, allows your life to be a genuine reflection of my love and truth, drawing others to me through the sincerity of your being. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that I look at the heart. It is not enough to merely say the right words or perform the right actions if your heart is not truly aligned with me and with my ways. Your inner beliefs should be the driving force behind your outward behavior, flowing naturally from a heart that is transformed by my love and truth. Your thoughts and desires are known to me, and it is the alignment of your heart with my will that truly matters. Cultivating a pure heart through prayer, reflection on my word, and the guidance of my Spirit is essential for living a life of integrity. When your inner self is surrendered to me, your outer life will naturally reflect my character and my love. Consider the simplicity of living authentically. This means being true to yourself, not wearing masks or trying to be someone you are not to please the world. It means accepting your imperfections and being honest about your struggles and weaknesses. When you live authentically, you create a harmony between your inner and outer being, and this brings freedom and peace. Authenticity requires courage, the courage to be vulnerable and to embrace your true self, flaws and all. It means letting go of the need for external validation and finding your security in my love and acceptance. When you are authentic, your relationships become more genuine, your service to others becomes more heartfelt, and your witness to the world becomes more powerful. At the same time, strive to ensure that your actions and words are consistent with what you believe to be true. This requires self-awareness and a willingness to confront those areas in your life where there may be a discrepancy between your intentions and your actions. When you recognize these inconsistencies, pray for my strength and wisdom so that you can bring your life into greater alignment with the values you cherish. This process of aligning your inner and outer life is a lifelong journey, one that requires honesty, humility, and a commitment to growth. There will be times when you fall short of your ideals, but the important thing is to continually strive for greater congruence between what you believe and how you live. The balance between your inner world and your outer life requires perseverance and courage. There will be times when it is difficult to live according to your beliefs, especially when it means going against the current of the world. But I promise you that when you prioritize authenticity and integrity, you will experience a deep joy and a steadfast peace that the world cannot give. Seek this harmony, konoi, by nurturing a heart that is turned towards me and by allowing my love and truth to guide your words and actions. In this balance, you will live a life that truly reflects the person I created you to be. Listen to me again, my beloved children. For the harmony of balance in your lives also requires a thoughtful integration between your desire to seek knowledge and understanding, and your reliance on faith and trust in me. Just as a curious student diligently seeks to learn the intricacies of the world while also trusting the guidance of their teacher, so too are you called to pursue wisdom and insight while ultimately grounding your understanding in faith in me. I call you, konoi, to find this wise equilibrium, to embrace both the pursuit of knowledge and the assurance of faith. For in this balanced approach, you will grow in both understanding and unwavering trust. How often do I observe you, my inquisitive children, diligently seeking knowledge, exploring the mysteries of my creation, and striving to comprehend the complexities of the world around you? This thirst for understanding is a good and natural desire, one that I have placed within you to appreciate the wonder and intricacy of all that I have made. But if your pursuit of knowledge becomes so absolute that you dismiss the importance of faith, if you believe that human reason alone can unlock all the secrets of the universe, then the balance is lost, and you risk limiting yourselves to the finite realm of human understanding. The pursuit of knowledge, when untethered from faith, can lead to intellectual arrogance and a rejection of the spiritual realities that lie beyond the grasp of human intellect. While the scientific method and the pursuit of empirical evidence are valuable tools for understanding the natural world, they cannot fully explain the mysteries of existence, the nature of love, or the essence of the divine. Relying solely on human reason can lead to a narrow and incomplete view of reality, missing the profound truths that are revealed through faith. The balance requires recognizing the limitations of human understanding and acknowledging the existence of a higher wisdom that transcends our finite minds. Conversely, others among you may emphasize faith to such an extent that you become dismissive of learning and the pursuit of wisdom. While a deep and abiding faith is indeed essential, neglecting the gift of intellect and the opportunities for growth through knowledge can also create an imbalance. I have given you minds to reason and to explore, and I desire for you to use these gifts to their fullest potential, always guided by my truth. A blind faith that rejects the pursuit of understanding can be easily swayed by false teachings and can hinder your ability to effectively engage with the world and share my truth with others. Just as a skilled craftsman needs both the vision of the architect and the knowledge of their tools and materials, so too does a mature faith embrace both spiritual understanding and intellectual growth. The balance lies in allowing your faith to inspire your pursuit of knowledge and in using your knowledge to deepen and strengthen your faith. I say to you, my children, that true balance lies in recognizing that knowledge and faith are not opposing forces, but complementary aspects of your journey. The pursuit of knowledge can deepen your appreciation for the grandeur and complexity of my creation, and it can equip you with the tools to serve others more effectively. But knowledge alone cannot give you ultimate meaning, purpose, or the peace that only faith in me can provide. The wonders of the universe, the intricacies of the human body, the complexities of the natural world, all point to my creative power and invite you to explore and understand them. But this exploration should always be undertaken with humility and a recognition that I am the ultimate source of all wisdom and understanding. Consider the simplicity of learning and exploring the world around you. Study science, the arts, history, and philosophy, seeking to understand how the world works and your place within it. But as you learn and explore, do so with a humble spirit, recognizing that your understanding is finite and that there are always more things beyond your full comprehension. Embrace the gift of curiosity and the joy of discovery, but always ground your learning in the understanding that I am the source of all truth and wisdom. Let your pursuit of knowledge be a journey of awe and wonder, leading you to a deeper appreciation of my creation and my infinite power. At the same time, nurture your faith in me. Trust in my unconditional love for you, in my infinite wisdom, and in my perfect plan for your life. Even when you do not understand everything, trust that I am working for your ultimate good. Faith does not mean abandoning reason, but trusting in things beyond your limited understanding. Lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your path straight. Your faith is the anchor that will hold you steady in the storms of life, providing you with peace and assurance even when the way ahead seems uncertain. The balance between seeking knowledge and relying on faith requires humility and discernment. Pray for wisdom to know how to use your intellect wisely and to always place your ultimate trust in me. Remember that knowledge without faith can lead to arrogance, and faith without understanding can lead to blind fanaticism. Seek this harmony, kanoi, by never ceasing to hunger for knowledge while always anchoring your understanding and faith in me. In this balance, you will grow in both understanding and unwavering trust, allowing you to navigate the world with both wisdom and a heart that fully relies on me. My beloved children, as our time together in this message about balance draws to a close, I want to leave you with a final blessing and a word of encouragement as you continue your earthly journey. We have explored together the importance of finding equilibrium in many aspects of your lives, recognizing that true fulfillment and lasting peace come from a harmonious integration of the various facets of your existence. Remember, konoi, my call to the harmony of balance, the fundamental principle that guides the cosmos and should also guide your lives. We have considered the vital rhythm of labor and repose, recognizing that both purposeful work and restorative rest are essential for your well-being. We have reflected on the flow of grace between giving and receiving, embracing both the joy of generosity and the humility of accepting the gifts of others. We have delved into the inner sanctuary and the outer world, understanding the importance of nurturing your spiritual and emotional lives as the foundation for engaging with the world around you with peace and strength. We have explored the dance of self and others, balancing your individual needs with the needs of your community, reflecting my love for both the one and the many. We have considered the balance between being rooted in heaven and active on earth, integrating your spiritual growth with your worldly engagement, allowing your faith to guide your actions. We have also pondered the harmony of voice and ear, the importance of both speaking your truth and attentively listening to the hearts of those around you. We have looked at the individual and the collective, striving for personal growth while contributing to the common good. We have considered the dance of gravity and grace, balancing the seriousness of responsibility with the lightness of joy and laughter. We have explored the inner chamber and the open gathering, valuing both the quiet of solitude with me and the joy and support of community with others. Furthermore, we have reflected on treasures on earth and treasures in heaven, balancing the stewardship of material possessions with the pursuit of eternal, spiritual riches. We have contemplated the wisdom of planning and the joy of now, finding equilibrium between preparing for the future and fully embracing the present moment. We have examined the harmony within and without, aligning your inner thoughts and beliefs with your outward actions and words. And finally, we have considered the thirst for understanding and the wellspring of faith, balancing the pursuit of knowledge with a deep and unwavering trust in me. These are not rigid rules, my children, but guiding principles, invitations to a more thoughtful and intentional way of living. The journey of balance is not always easy. It requires constant awareness, discernment, and a willingness to adjust as circumstances change. There will be times when you feel pulled in different directions, when one aspect of your life seems to demand more attention than others. In these moments, I encourage you to seek my guidance, to listen to the still, small voice within, and to trust in my wisdom to lead you towards equilibrium. Remember that true balance is not about achieving a perfect, static state, but rather about engaging in a continuous process of adjustment and realignment. It is about striving for harmony in the midst of life's ever-changing rhythms. And as you walk this path of balance, know that I am with you every step of the way, offering my love, my grace, and my strength to sustain you. Go now, my beloved children, and may you find peace and joy in the harmony of a balanced life. May you diligently work and find true rest. May you freely give and gratefully receive. May you nurture your inner lives and actively engage with the world. May you care for yourselves and extend love to others. May your spiritual growth and your worldly actions be intertwined. May you listen with your hearts and speak with kindness and truth. May you pursue your individual potential while contributing to the well-being of your communities. May you embrace both the seriousness and the joys of life. May you find strength in solitude and joy in connection. May you value both earthly blessings and eternal treasures. May you plan with wisdom and live fully in the present. May your inner convictions and your outer life be aligned. And may you seek knowledge with humility, always grounded in unwavering faith in me. This is my blessing upon you, my dear children. Go in peace and in balance.